School year, back to school night. My name is Mr. Pasafume. I'm excited for a fun year. I have been teaching for about 17 years now. Some of my hobbies include mountain biking, fishing, and camping, and I definitely love sports. I graduated from Temecula Valley High School and have pretty much been living in the Temecula Murrieta area since '93, so I definitely consider this place home. So I want to welcome you to the back to school night, and we're going to be going over all the things that the students should have picked up in their white bags. So I'm going to go over what they should have gotten in their bags and how we're using them in class. The first thing that they should have gotten is Community Studies Weekly and Science Studies Weekly. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using to teach the kids science and social studies. What's awesome about these is that they are, the kids can write in them because they're not hardback books. And also, Studies Weekly has a website where the kids go, they watch videos, it reads it to them, they answer questions and that sort of thing. I can monitor whether they're reading or not by whether they're getting the correct answers on the questions. And so we're really going to be using these to teach them science and social studies as well as for their independent reading. The next thing they should have is their Go Math materials. This is what we're going to be using for math this year. They should have gotten chapters 1 through 12. Once again, these are great because they're not having to lug around a big book. They can put the other chapters aside and just focus on the one that's in front of them. And so we do about a lesson a day. You can see there. I don't know if it's very clear, but you can kind of see there. And then for homework, the students do the gray pages. That's kind of what we call it in class. So they do the front and the back. And then on the back, because these problems are a little bit harder, we're only doing the even problems. And this back page is supposed to cover stuff that they've already learned. Because what happens is as the kids learn new stuff, sometimes they forget the old stuff. So what that back page does is it's a constant review of the old stuff so they don't forget it. So that is Go Math, and that's what we're going to be using for math time. For our language arts time, we have these other disposables. You can see it here, Government for the People. And this is put out by a company called Benchmark. And so oftentimes in class, we talk about it as take out your language arts benchmark books. Also, the kids were introduced to a benchmark website that reads to the kids from the book. It has videos and a whole bunch of other interactive stuff. So what's great about this is, once again, they're disposable, just like the science and math materials. So what's really cool is we can write in it, and this is called annotating. And so what we're going to be doing as we're reading is we're going to be annotating through our language arts books, underlining stuff, making little comments on the side, having discussions, and that sort of thing. So this is the language arts material. The kids are going to need 3 notebooks. I only have 2 in front of me here, but they're going to need a spelling and vocabulary one. Spelling and vocabulary, and this is where we're going to be writing down our vocabulary and spelling words for the week. Okay, so they're going to need a spelling and vocabulary one. Then they're going to need a math one because we take notes on things that we're learning in Go Math. And the last one they are going to need is a grammar one. So 3 notebooks, grammar, spelling and vocab, and then math. We'll also be doing the writing too in the grammar one. Okay, so 3 spiral notebooks. Another thing that we do in class every day is we're reading Charlotte's Web together, and I have the book on Audible. And so the kids can follow along as the audible person reads it aloud. It's a great book, and if you see my handy dandy document camera here, I can actually put this underneath and the kids can see whatever I'm working on their laptop. So that's really great. So the kids follow along. Another thing that the kids are doing this year is cursive writing. So we do a couple letters a day and just guide them through. Handwriting is awesome because it's a lot less taxing than doing print. So once they get good at it and smooth, it'll be a lot just easier on their hands to be able to write stuff. And it looks pretty. Okay, another thing that we're going to be doing in class, and the kids are going to be tested on this on Fridays, is weekly math review. You could see there's columns, Monday through Thursday. That's the math. There is a weekly language review, Monday through Thursday. And then there is a comprehension story that also has questions Monday through Thursday. So what happens is we go over these every day, language, math, and comprehension. Okay, and they learn new concepts every week. As we talked about in class, the bottom row here, the very bottom row, is the new concept that they're learning for that week. Okay, so once they learn the new concept by going over it every day, on Friday they're going to get tested on math, language, and comprehension, and it's going to come directly from these. And so they're very successful because they're tested on the very new concept that they're learning. Okay. In the morning, we do warm-ups just as people are coming into the chat room. So we have math and language reviews every morning. Just kind of gets the juices flowing, allows people to enter into the Zoom meeting. So we've been doing that. It's a great refresher, keeps everybody organized and ready to go. Two more things that they had in their white bag is they have a hundreds chart packet. It's got a whole bunch of important graphic organizers to help them with their work. There's even a multiplication chart in there as well, so there's a lot of important documents. And the last thing they got was a math manipulatives sheet, and that's, if you notice, it's made out of harder cardstock, and that's because the kids are going to be cutting them out, and we're going to be putting them in little baggies, and that way they can maneuver them around on their desk and understand the math concepts more. Okay, that's just kind of a brief review of myself, introducing who I am and the different materials that we're going to be using in class and how the day kind of flows. So feel free to continue down, look around on all the steps here for back to school night. Feel free to contact me through email, Class Dojo, or Canvas. Okay, I hope you're having an awesome day, and I look forward to the rest of the year.